Peter, where do you think you lost the game?
I think there's probably three main areas. I think we didn't get as many runs as we would have liked in the power play batting, but in saying that, I thought they bowled very well up the front. I think they'd done, a little bit of homework. They bowled, took the pace off the ball and bowled a little bit fuller, and our guys probably like a bit more pace and a little bit shorter. So that's, we saw from that South African game where we made a lot of runs in the power play. Today I thought they bowled particularly well up front. Then our last 2 overs batting, I don't know how many we got, but it wasn't as we were in a position where we should have got a lot more. Probably in the last 2 overs we probably could have got that another 10, 15 runs, and in the end it's difficult to defend 150 against a quality team like New Zealand. So, if in saying that, the third reason where I think we went a little bit wrong is we bowled a little bit full. I think on this deck, I think it was always difficult with the one short boundary. And it was funny, we sort of bowled length from that end and too full from the other end. So it was a bit disappointing that we didn't quite get our areas right, which is what we did so well against South Africa.
You obviously would like to have won, but do you take some, pride, positives from that?
Yeah, it was a good performance. I think that. It was a good performance. It wasn't, as I say, we did some things that we would have liked to have done a bit better, but New Zealand are a bloody good team, so for us to sort of compete with them, and I guess if Baz had sort of hit one straight up in the air when he started going for it, it could have been an interesting wee game there, because I don't think it was a wicket that was that easy to get in on, so for new guys coming in, I don't think it was too easy. So definitely I thought we sort of fought the whole way, and if that sort of 1 over had gone for us, then I guess we would have had a good chance. But credit to Brendan, he batted really well. He sort of took a lot of responsibility there. He's a dangerous player, but I think they needed him to sort of bat through, or someone to bat through, and without that, new guys coming to the crease, as I say, wasn't easy. So I thought he did a really good job.
Peter, you've talked about sort of the top order, the batsmen taking a bit more responsibility. You clearly did that, some good contributions, but did sort of that contribute to a slightly more cautious start?
No, I don't think, if you actually look at it, I don't think we were actually that cautious. I think Steph Myberg was swinging away like he normally does. He just was missing them today, and I think, as I said, I thought they bowled really well. They sort of bowled pretty well to Mybes, and wasn't supposed to be cautious, and maybe the run rate was cautious, but it wasn't through lack of trying to belt it out of the park. So yeah, that's just sort of the way it ended up. I do think we batted a bit better, obviously the middle order last game against South Africa. Myself and a couple of other guys in the middle order, we should have won that game comfortably. So I guess it was nice for us to contribute, but then we didn't quite finish it off. So, but anyway.
Peter, this was the second time that, like after the Sri Lanka match, that your side batted decent. So is there anything else that you are taking into concern, or is it just doing things right?
Sorry, I didn't quite get the last bit.
Like, do you have a plan in the batting, or is it just doing things right?
Yeah, we've got a bit of a plan. Try and go real hard in the first 6 overs, and then hopefully have a few wickets in hand at the end. But I think that's pretty standard for most teams. Today we didn't get as many as we would have liked in the first 6, and we did end up having a bit of a base. And as I said, we didn't finish off that base, but I think, again, after that first game against Sri Lanka, where we got bowled out for 39, which is just a joke, I think it's been pretty, reasonable. We've showed that we can play cricket here, and if a few things went our way today, then we would have, again, been right in the hunt, which we were against South Africa. I guess in New Zealand, looking at it, it looks like they've, done it pretty comfortably, and they have, but, cricket's funny, and it could have turned the other way. I think it was a good game of cricket, and I think they had to work quite hard for the win.
Peter, you played a very good innings today, 49. Was there any, was there an inspiration from the fact that you played for New Zealand at 19 when you were there back?
Not really. I've been in Holland for 12 years, so sort of been there a long time, and I guess growing up in New Zealand, it's pretty cool to play against them. And I don't know too many of the New Zealand guys. I know a couple of them, but it was a long time ago that I left, so I think it was nice. I guess it's nice for me to contribute, not just because it was New Zealand, but because I haven't probably contributed the runs that I should have recently. So for that reason, I think it was really, really nice to contribute, and I did enjoy the experience of playing against New Zealand here today, because they're a fantastic team, and I wish them luck going forward in the tournament. I hope they do well. I like watching them play, and today they proved that they're a good unit, and I'm glad that we gave them a run for their money. It's difficult. Either side could. I mean, if it just goes on the evidence of what the 2 games that we've had, then I think Sri Lanka will smash them. But I don't know. I mean, it could be both teams are really very, very good cricket teams. Obviously, I look at that New Zealand batting lineup. It's pretty powerful. I mean, if you look at it today, and Neesham came in, and you've got Anderson and Neesham, McCullum, Ross Taylor, Williamson's a fantastic player at the top with Guptill, who didn't get going today. But those guys, it's a pretty powerful lineup. But then I guess you've got to deal with Malinga and Mendes, and obviously Sri Lanka have got great batters as well. So I don't know. It'll be worth watching, I guess.